Now, the founder of Quant went in detail in the recent crash of some US banks like Silverbank, SVB, and also Signature Bank. He talks about it and how crypto could overtake the traditional finance and how Quant will also be intervening and exactly what the future of Quant will look like due to this recent crash, where we are going to be going through it, reacting to the interview, telling you everything about it, and also watching it in this video. So if you guys are a holder of Quant, trust me, you do not want to miss it. Watch till the end, as you know, we do have quite a lot to go through. But before we go any further, the price of Quant at the moment is $129. It is not slowing down at all. It's holding up actually above $110. The lowest we've seen it go in the past month, I'm pretty sure, was about $108. And at the moment, the crypto market, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a bull trap again. It might not be, who knows, but yeah, it is extremely green at the moment. There's a lot of money being flown into some of the altcoins, and Quant also being one of them. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get reacting to the first interview here. And by the way, shout out to Quant Papa. I say this a lot, but generally he does pull up just the most random clips. I don't know where he finds them, but yeah, he does find them and they do bring a lot of value for us holders to actually watch. But yeah, with that being said, let's react to it and let's give it a watch.
So I think when a lot of people are talking about Signature and Silvergate and its involvement with crypto, they're worried about how it will limit crypto's interaction with traditional banking going forward. But can you talk about how enmeshed crypto is with traditional finance as it stands right now, even before the collapse of Silvergate and Signature?
I think crypto as a technology has been around since 2008. I know my time in the government at the Treasury at the time, we were very early to look at it. So regular.
And by the way, he does mention just a lot of times that he has been working, you know, in governments. And in, you know, I'm pretty sure he was the treasurer in the Bank of England. And even back then, he used to talk about Bitcoin. Back, you know, going back to 2008, 2009 time, you know, is believed that he was talking about Bitcoin all the way back then, which, you know, does build a lot of trust, you know, when it comes to a founder being involved, or at least knowing about the blockchain and crypto dating back to really its origin back in 2008.
Regulators have had many years to assess crypto, and banks like SVB and Silvergate and others, kind of innovators in this space, they took on a crypto challenge to understand what it can do and then offer that back as a service to consumers, businesses, and institutions. So, you know, from what has happened, and I think it's kind of an evolution of maturity within the financial system. The early innovators are doing their thing and they've tried it out, and unfortunately this hasn't really worked in everyone's favor, and what we're seeing in the markets this week is kind of a fear, and one of our board members, Guy Dietrich, says fear happens very fast and it spreads very fast. So we're seeing that happen very quickly within the markets, but it's not going away. What we can actually learn from the experiment of decentralization, the experiment of crypto, is how to do it by regulated institutions and how to offer it as a new form of an instrument or a new form of a tokenized security, and that's where we're heading.
Yeah.
That's now the first clip. Now, to be honest with you, there isn't much to react to or tell you about. I do believe it's pretty much straightforward what he said, pretty much saying that there is a lot of fear in the market. And to be fair, there was already a lot of fear, and right now, yeah, there is. I wouldn't even say within crypto, but just in general when it comes to investing in any stock, even real estate, like there is always a bit of fear. Well, now it's at an awesome high. There is a lot of fear in, you know, keeping your money in the bank even. So yeah, there is a lot of fear just in general, not just crypto. And moving on to this clip, he goes, again, this is a bit more related to Quant, and I am going to also react to this now.
We're seeing it with regional banks, but particularly with crypto. How big of a risk is a crypto contagion event? How big of a risk is that spilling into traditional markets? And has that been tamed now that the government's stepped in and backstopped some of these deposits?
If you look at contagion and resilience and systemic risk, this is a small drop in the ocean, what's happening this week. The actual value of what's happening is only 300 billion, and the US banking system is $23 trillion worth. So it's not a real contagion to the same effect as we had during the real financial crisis, the GFC in 2008. So the contagion.
By the way, before we continue with the video, now sorry for interrupting, but anyone that is, living in the US and, banks in the US as well, how hard is it to actually buy and deposit crypto, right? To buy crypto with your US debit card? Because from what I've heard, apparently it is extremely hard, and I don't know, I just don't know much about it. Just let me know in the comment section down below, as it is kind of an interesting thing I want to get to the bottom of. But yeah, let me know.
Agent has been quite successful because government overnight has stepped in. We saw the same thing happen in the UK with HSBC agreeing to buy SVB Bank, and that's been a very strong move for the...
Yes, obviously SVB Bank is the one that also went bankrupt, Silicon Valley Bank, and HSBC actually ended up buying it for £1, I'm pretty sure, and of course £1 plus covering all of their debts and user withdrawals and so on. But yeah, it is a pretty big deal, right? It's a massive deal. So to an extent, it also builds a bit more confidence for crypto. Maybe put, the fear is spread now, if that makes sense. The fear is spread.
The markets and it's rallying and reacting to that. But if you think about contagion, we're not risking the system as a whole. But if you look at crypto as an asset class, less than 10 years ago, in 2013, it was only 10 billion worth. Today, it's over $1 trillion. So
that is insane.
The actual market of that new type of asset has become too big to not do anything about and too big to not regulate. And
yeah, that is... I mean, look, as much a lot of people in crypto, including myself, isn't the biggest fan of, regulation in crypto. Crypto was meant to be known as the Wild West of finance, I guess, and completely unregulated and so on. I think it's got to the point now where I think regulation is needed, right? With everything that's been going on with a lot of these companies like Voyager, like I don't want to say FTX because I say it all the time, but yeah, FTX is like just a perfect example. The amount of trust that was thrown with FTX when clearly it shouldn't have been trusted is insane. Millions, billions were lost. What am I talking about? Not millions, billions were lost. And a lot of you guys, maybe even watching this video, might have been affected by it. A lot of families been affected by it. A lot of individuals have been affected by it. And I think regulation, I'm not exactly saying the regulation is going to make it perfect, but it will get as close to perfect as possible, in my opinion. There's got to be someone that's governing, that's looking over the crypto market. And at the moment, really, it's in the hands of absolute... I don't even want to say, man, but it is true. A lot of fraudsters and a lot of criminals, like have a look into USDT, of course, and a whole lot of things. Like USDT is meant to be one of the biggest stable coins, the main stable coins that we go to. And it's not looking that stable at times. That's all I'm saying, right? But yeah, I do think regulation needs to come into place very soon, and Quant, of course, is going to be contributing to it, right? So whether you like it or not, Quant is going to be contributing to it, and it is going to be a massive factor for when it comes to CBDCs and also obviously the regulation of the crypto market. But yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. It's been by CryptoMaxi. Let me know what you thought about this video. There's a lot to take away from it, but also a lot of the things that we did hear here is kind of what we expected, right? But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Shout out to Quan Papa for the clips, and of course Gilbert Verdian, and also CNBC that posted the clips. I mean, I don't even know. This was actually on TV, believe it or not. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.